as promised, we're going to kick off with the story about a 2.5 pound gummy worm. If Amanda and I can find it, I'll have her pop up a picture here so that you can see the Amazon listing for it. We might even link it below, but I do not recommend that you buy this thing unless the person you're giving it to has a practical use for 2.5 pounds of gummy sugar. This is not a frugal use of your money. It's not an efficient way of gift giving. So this story goes back to when Amanda and I had just started dating. This was actually my first Christmas over with her family. Her sister had just gotten married, so she has a new brother-in-law. And they were they were really thoughtful with the gifts that they decided to give us, Amanda's sister and her new husband. But I didn't know too much about Amanda's new brother-in-law. His name's Kevin. Hi, Kevin. The one thing I did know he liked was gummy worms, so I was looking for gift inspiration, and I came across on Amazon the largest gummy worm you can buy. It was right next to a giant gummy bear, and it wasn't a sour gummy worm like Kevin really liked, but it was still ridiculously huge, and I thought it would be so funny to give it to him for Christmas. It's more or less a prank gift, but it was so much for the budget that I had at the time. That was all that I could afford to assign him for that Christmas gift. And I decided to pull the trigger on it and get this giant gummy worm. Now, Christmas Day rolls around, or the day that we decided to celebrate Christmas as a family, and Amanda knows what I'm giving Kevin. She's sitting next to me on the couch. I've got my camera out so I can record the reaction, and I'm just getting ready to explode laughing. I could not wait for it. He opens it up, and I think the package says on it that it's a giant gummy worm. He's like, there's no way this is a giant gummy worm. That's not really what it is, right? And then he opens it up, and he looks into the package and pours it out and is like, oh, that's exactly what it is. And Amanda's sister is just sitting there like, I'm trying not to give him diabetes. And Amanda and I are just dying laughing on the couch. It was like the funniest thing that happened that Christmas season. However, in hindsight, I really should have been more thoughtful with the gift and gone with something that was a little bit more thoughtful or a little bit more practical, something that was a more efficient use of my gift giving dollars. When I say frugal, I'm not saying that I needed to be cheaper with the gift I got for Kevin. That's definitely not the case. I'm saying that I needed to be more intentional. I needed to pick a gift prudently that was going to exercise a more intentional use of utility or joy. This is something that after he opens it and we all laugh, like what really is he going to do with it? You can't use a gummy worm of that size to cook anything realistically. At least I don't think so. I haven't actually asked him what ended up happening to the gummy worm. I'm sure they shared some of it and then either froze it or threw it away, and that's the end of it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story and it gives you something to smile about this holiday season.